Honorable Minister, because now the narrative that has been painted is that the UPND lied when they were in opposition. Obviously, you do know now, Honorable, that we don't produce oil. You knew even well before you entered in government and became minister. The president was giving us calculations of how the administration of the UPND is going to bring down the cost of living, but also bring down the cost of fuel by removing middlemen and tariffs. And the big question people want to find out tonight is what happened to those calculations the president was making?
No, you see, development is a process. If you've been listening carefully to the pronouncement by the Minister of Energy, there are a lot of things that are being done. You've heard the focus of the ministry as regards to Indeni, which I think was contributing to the many losses. There are all these restructuring plans to ensure that we go towards reducing the pump price. This is going to be achieved, but you must also understand that the dynamics change. When we were campaigning and at the time we were voted in, there was no war between Ukraine and Russia. And unfortunately, we are part of the global world. So what is happening there is actually affecting us. Talking about fuel, but also look at fertilizer. Very soon we'll be talking about FISIP and what we need to supply to the agriculture players will be affected. It was our desire as government, it is still our desire that we should reduce the price of, for example, fertilizer by knocking off middlemen, but also we didn't anticipate that there was going to be war. But now there are new things, new issues that have come in. There's war between Ukraine and Russia. Obviously, it has affected the production of fertilizer and the low supply of fertilizer will ensure that there's high demand. Everybody will be demanding for fertilizer, and that will push the price up. So we didn't anticipate, as we were coming into government, that there will be war between Russia and Ukraine. But unfortunately, this is an issue we have to deal with, isn't it? So the
question is what has been, because when that happened also, I remember having several interviews with President Hakainde Hichilema when he was in opposition, and one of the things that he consistently mentioned was the fact that when he takes over as president of this country, he would not allow global challenges to determine the direction of this country. And well, yes, there's war in Ukraine, but what is this leadership doing to ensure that the lives of the Zambians are still uplifted?
The president said the activities or the effects on the global world will not affect Zambia.
Yes, the president would mention that. My administration would not say it's global, because the issues we used to have under the PF was that if anything happens,
it's global.
It's global.
It's the context in which you are putting it in. It's the context. If most of the fertilizer you are consuming here in this region is being produced around Russia, Ukraine, in that region, and there's a war there, we are not getting the supplies that we should have ordinarily gotten, surely it affects you. But I think the most important issue here is to ensure that all the issues that are pushing the cost of these products, for example, the issues of middlemen, those we promised, the president promised, and we're working on that. I think you heard the president had to step out to have a conference, a meeting last week with different suppliers of fertilizer. Now, what the president is doing is that instead you have Omnia fertilizer, you have other people that are producing fertilizer. Cheswa, in the past, government will give people that are associated, politically exposed people, a contract to supply fertilizer. And these people just go to McKinney there to go and get the fertilizer from there and put up a markup. Why? Are you seeing something there? Why not the government inviting Omnia Fertilizer, which is producing fertilizer, and they say, what is your price? Your price is this, okay? Here is a contract, supply us.